Hello everybody, welcome to IT Skills channel. In today's video, we're going to take a look at Apple servers. In this case, we're going to take a look at Hyper-V, Nutanix. It's going to be a quick video. We're going to try to summarize everything. So first things first, on my Nutanix, I'm going to log into my Nutanix server, and that would be this one. Actually, that's not it, 146. So this is going to be my Nutanix. So this is my Nutanix portal, and over here, this is Prism element. I am going to log in, and then I'm going to go ahead and show you a quick tour of this. And then we're going to take a look at how that compares with Hyper-V, VMware, so you can get a feel of it. So this is my Nutanix. You can see right away, I got a nice dashboard that tells me my resources of my cluster. I have 1.848 terabyte of memory for this cluster. I also got a 1.43 gigahertz of speed or CPU availability, and I have totals 45 VMs available. And I also have configured something called Prism Central that give me added benefits. So, but they can look like underneath of the home. You can see here I have home, VM, health, storage. I got all these options to choose from. This is gonna be how we manage our cluster. So the most important piece of it, if you are doing management, is gonna be the VM tab. This will show you all your VM. I could go ahead, right click and connect to any VM of my choosing. So in this case, we're going to connect to this VM. Right here, hit launch console. That's it. That's how it looks like. So that is a quick overview. And then if you try to go ahead and actually look at click on the cluster name itself, you can change it. You can see your iSCSI. All that information is out there. So now if I come over here to launch the Prism Central menu, and then you can see over here, whenever this launches, I get the security dialog again because I didn't do a SSL certificate yet. But you can see I get the same look and feel. And then from that point on, I go ahead, log in, and I should be able to see something shortly here. So now you can get a much more UI friendly. You can see I get like a futuristic of a dashboard. You can see my cluster, my CPU/IOPS speed, and then I get a lot more to choose from now. If I go to VMs tab, they look different. They look much more rich, and you can see which user provisioned the VM, the specs they have, and so forth. So it's all great. You can look at the templates. You can look at that. There's no template right now. If you look at the Kubernetes cluster, I don't have any Kubernetes cluster right now. I have OVA, I have images. And then you got images is basically the VMs that you want to deploy, catalog, and so forth. So this is obviously super robust, but this is what Nutanix is all about, giving you a robust future. And this is where the golden standards of virtualization is. To this day, Nutanix still one of the best hypervisors around. And you definitely gonna be not regretting if you get it. And this one is G5 nodes. And you can see all the features and bells and whistles. This in the G5 node, some of them are compatible with getting a GPU, but we don't have a GPU with this one, so it's pretty much like this. Now, next thing we're going to take a look at is a VMware environment. So this is a VMware. So let me log in to the portal. So this is the VMware, same thing as Nutanix, but this time you have a dashboard like this. And then I'm just going to go ahead, put in my username, root, and then password. If I could type my password, that would save me a whole lot of problem. Hold on. That should be it. I got it right now. So you can see here, and this is my VMware, and you can see I just named it ITKY G5 VMware, and you can see I have 511 gigabyte of memory. I also have 20 CPUs. It's a Nutanix hardware running on inside VMware 6i8, and you can see here this is my storage availability, my memory, what I use and what's available, CPU was what I use and what's available. I have 48 gigahertz of CPU available. And then here's a VM I have. I have one VM, and I have Ubuntu VM over here. I have a total of 3 VMs over here. So if I click on the Ubuntu one, I click on here, that will open the menu where I can go ahead and take a look at it. The VM is starting up right now, and I can log in and do what I need to do with it. So this is VMware. And obviously you got the main focus on VMware is going to be your host. That's how you basically manage the VMware hardware that's running this hypervisor. And then you got your virtual machine, you got your storage and networking. Similar feel to Nutanix, and it's pretty much awesome. And it's an industry player. everybody can get their hands of it because it's not hard to obtain. And in this one, I got it from Broadcom directly for free. And I want to, normally in the circumstances, I'll probably say thank you Broadcom for doing this, but they did took away a couple years ago and they brought it back now. I don't know for how long, but right now VMware ESXi8 is free. But you can see the administration. This is similar look and feel to Nutanix. And when it comes to connecting to the VM, it's not as easy as it would be in Nutanix, because you have to click on action and then you have to look for the keyboard. Without VMware is their management software, vCenter. It's hard to manage this without it's in the web UI, because you have to go through all this hassle. You can see I'm trying to get to the send to control delete and it's just not doing it. So you can see that's one of the only things. So now they finally did it. You can see that. And I can actually click on another one. And this one is also launching over here. But you get the idea. The point of the matter is that VMware is here for those people who want to use it. I'm missing though one operating system, which is a server OS that's running Windows. That might be running Hyper-V actually. But that's just pretty much what we have. Now, let's take the trend over to Hyper-V. We're going to launch Hyper-V server. This is the Hyper-V server. It's running server 2025, and it has Hyper-V. So you can see here initially before we open anything, this is just the standard Windows operating system with a Hyper-V enabled. And from this point on, you can see right away, right click on Run as Administrator or Properties.